Hey, this is Flo and welcome back to the Indie iOS Devlog, and this is episode number 1, or actually number 2, but index 1, since I started counting at 0. Okay, so this is basically the 1 week update for ChallengeMe, and then also some news regarding another app that I have made a few months ago. Alright, so let's get into it. First of all, thanks to every single one who watched the first devlog. It means a lot to me, and especially thanks to everyone who checked out ChallengeMe. I think personally it's a great app, and I've sunk so much time and effort into it, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so let's get into the numbers here. So basically the app got released on June 22nd, well 21st, 22nd, depending on where you're from. And these are the stats for the time frame since then, so it's basically 8 days, I would say. So the app got about 2,000 impressions, and as you can see, there have basically been 2 spikes in the impressions, and they're starting to lower down again. But I will start to promote the app on Reddit, for example, and I haven't even told my friends about it yet. Yeah. So next up, the product page views. I mean, they're like, there's not much to say about it, and also not about the conversion rate. I think 8.5% is actually pretty high. In the beginning it was obviously higher because people landed straight on the product page, and then they installed the app, for example, if they clicked on the link from Twitter or from Product Hunt or whatever. And this is something that you can especially see in the app units and in the product page views. Both of these spikes here, they are from the day where I posted the app on Product Hunt. And I think on the first day it got about 30 upvotes, and it's been rising a little bit every day since then. But that's where the 118 app units in total come from, so a lot of them were downloaded after I posted on Product Hunt. As you can see, nobody has bought the premium tier yet or has subscribed to the premium tier yet. The average person has used the app 2 times until now. And I think the territories are not very interesting at the moment. I think they will get more interesting if there are more downloads and more representative. But what I expected is that the US is at the first place. This is the same for each and every one of my apps. Interestingly, India is also pretty high, which I have actually never seen for another app of mine, and Germany is also pretty high, but I think that's very clear since I'm from Germany as well. But now what I find really interesting is the app units by source tab down here, where you can see that almost 3/4 of the downloads come from App Store search. So that, and also if we see like app referrer probably is either Product Hunt or Twitter. I think most of these are from Twitter. And then web referrer is probably Product Hunt. But 74% are from App Store search, which is very nice because those are organic downloads as far as I understand it. And I think they will, if they stay consistent, if these rates stay consistent, then I think the downloads will also not go down too badly. And then app units by device. I think this is pretty straightforward since it's just an iPhone app. The other couple people probably don't share the data or wherever they come from. Okay, so that's basically it for the numbers of ChallengeMe. But I also wanted to talk to you about the update that I've released. So in the beginning you were allowed to do 1 free challenge, and then you had to buy premium. Then I've made like an emergency update where you're allowed to do 2 free challenges, and then only have to get premium. And I also added like a Twitter link in the settings and so on, did some minor changes. And right now I'm working on the next update, which will include either 1 or 2 monthly free challenges, so that there is some recurrence factor here, so users can keep the app installed and then come back after like a month or so. And I will probably also add notifications so that the app will let you know, hey, you've got your free challenge again, why not go ahead and try one. And I've also added a new challenge, Learn to Self-Care, so if you're interested in that, just check it out inside of the app. Okay, I think that's it for ChallengeMe right now. Pretty much the feedback has been very positive, and I'm still going through some of the feedback from Reddit and from Twitter and from some of the nice beta testers. Okay, and the second thing that I wanted to talk to you about, you can see on this screenshot here. One of my apps that I have submitted to the App Store, I think in February or March, is Habit Tracker down here. And when I released it, or a few weeks later, I actually also submitted it to Apple because of some update that I made. I can't even remember since it's so long ago. It was probably the update where I added widgets. But it finally got featured under new apps, features and content here in the App Store. And I think it's been there for 4 days roundabout. It's been on and off from that section. Sometimes you had to click see all to find it. Sometimes it was right here, but it was never on the main page, so you always had to scroll to the left a bit or to the right a bit to find it. And if we now look at the analytics for habits, this is really crazy to see for me. So the impressions have been insane. There have been 14,000 impressions on the first day that the app was featured on the App Store, and then about 3,000 or 2,500 more in the last few days. I don't completely understand why the impressions have gone down so much, since the app is still featured, at least for me in Germany. I don't know how it looks internationally, but judging by the app units by territory, it was only featured in Germany, I would say. Perhaps also in the US, but I don't think that makes sense, that then there's only 2 downloads, so it's probably just in Germany. I'm right now looking at some tools to help me figure out when an app is featured. But that meant 36 app units, which is a lot more in a week than usually, obviously. Also, one person decided to buy an in-app purchase in Habits, which I think is the second or third time since the app has launched. I figured I'd share that with you as well. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing up here in the sales tab, but the purchase was definitely made. Okay, I think that's it for this episode. A lot of talking. Hopefully I can show you some cool new features also for ChallengeMe, especially for the premium tier. I'm working on something really cool there. Hopefully I can show you that in the next episode, which will probably come out next week with some more stats and some more news. And that's it from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.